It's Jon Calestine here at the Renzo Gracie Academy over in Williamsburg. Just did a round with Jits over 50. Got some good training in, right?
You, John,
yeah.
for me?
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, so if anybody wants to come by and train, I'm here at Renzo Brooklyn in the morning, King's Combat Williamsburg at night.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Look for where if I can get a grip on a leg, right, and I can force my opponent down to their back, right? Now, if Chris goes to sit up the right way, he would sit up by looking to pummel his feet to the inside first and sitting up, right? The wrong way for him to sit up is if I was to just put his back to the floor and he just sits up like this, where I'm able to close distance, right? There's ideas like that, as well as ideas of if he creates an extended rib where he creates a hook, right? Now that leg's extended, right? I get something like a reaction where I go to pull back on the head, pull up on the head, pull on the head here, and then he goes to pull away, that hook's extended, it's very easy to off balance him. He goes to square back up with me here, right? It allows me to close distance and get to the knee cup positions, right? Let's first just look at how we could establish getting my opponent to give me this reaction of him just sitting up and he's stepping a leg in the middle, and from there we can look to close distance, right? And this is just a very basic idea here, right? From here, what we're doing is we're always thinking hand monitoring hands, right? What I want to do is I want to go to grab this leg, if I can, from here, and look to throw his legs back, right? If he goes to sit up from here and doesn't pummel to the inside, let's say he just sits up. See how Chris is making sure to monitor his feet towards the center? A lot of times people, if you just force their back to the floor, they just go to sit up, right? That's when we look to close that distance, right? Now, what we're looking for is when we close that distance, we're taking the same grips we were taking, stepping into the knee cut here. We're going to look still. Knee, sternum, head on the opposite side, shallow underhook on the opposite side of my head, right? So from here, right, how we set up getting him to his back. From here, we can do things where it's like, I'm going to make sure that from here, I can go to pull on that shoulder. From here, get a lot of weight in that leg. Now I know that leg's heavy, now I pull that leg back, right? Or from here, doing things like circling my hand in front, like I'm going to reach for his head, and making a circling motion so that it disguises where my hand is, rather than just coming here and grabbing that leg, right? Because if I just come here and I just grab that leg, he's going to make a grip, right? But if I do something like fake and then circle it to him, all right, get him reacting, right? I am going to pretend like I'm going to poke him in his eyes there, right? Because what that's going to do is it's going to slow his ability to, from here, you see how he reacts? Pulls away slightly, right? So if we're here, we're moving around, right? Moving around. If he just holds to sit up right away from here, right? He's stepping in, right? Now I'm really waiting for him to commit to just trying to sit up, okay? From here, when he sits up, leg in the middle, head over this shoulder, all I need is to get a shallow baby grip here. And I'm going to drive my knee hard into the chest, put him to his back, right? And we're going to land in that knee sternum position that we were doing, right? So when I'm here, boom, here I grab that tricep. It also puts me in a good position to grab that tricep here. Head goes right to where I need it to. Foot's floating here. And right there we got the cats, okay? So just these ideas of forcing the reaction, right? What I'm looking for is him just to sloppy sit up, right? Where it's like back to the floor and just sit up like this, right? That's kind of what I'm looking for, is them out of desperation just trying to sit right back up. I close distance, all right? As opposed to me doing something like this. And then he's in good position to start attacking and working, right? I do something like this. Now he goes to sit up. Is really what we're looking for. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah? Good. Let's do it, right? 1, 2, 3. If my knee is in the soft tissue of his stomach, he can start using his feet. He can create off balances, he can trap my feet, he can push my knee back in, right? So if I'm here, he can start doing stuff to catch my foot, pummeling. That's going to be his proper response from there, right? Look at how high my knee is up here. Now he tries to do that. Much harder. I'm pointing my toes, I'm floating my hook. See where my head position is? Chris can tell you this is much more uncomfortable. Okay, this is a much tougher spot for him also to create off balances overhead, right? Like I said, he not only from here has that ability to pull my hook back in, right, and pummel, but he also has the ability from here to see where my chest is. My chest is centered in him. He can push, he can pull, he can move me around, right? If I put my knee right here, now he tries to do that. And he almost wants to give me the pass. And that's really what I'm looking for. Okay? So that's our cue once we've created that off balance. Again, something to think about. And this is just a setup idea, right? You can play with it in different ways, right? It's just, I create an off balance that just gets him to sit up as opposed to me trying to just step a foot in the middle to get him to his back, right? I want to get that foot to the middle, right? But I want to do it while he's either resetting or while he's off balance, right? When he's going to reset to sit back up is where he's most vulnerable to me stepping in the middle. When he's in good position, I just try to step my leg in the middle. He has an ability to manage distance, he has an ability to connect, he has an ability to then just start attacking, right? But if I get him to just, if I put my hand on his head, it's quick, right? But when I grab this lat, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this lat and circle, right? I'm gonna grab his lat and circle because he's gonna go to square up, right? I pull on that lat. From here, right? This hand is my lead leg hand, right? You collar tie in wrestling, you do it with the rear hand. Why? Because if I do it with this hand, he gets the hand to my leg. Same idea. This hand is here, so that if he tried to reach with that hand, my hand is there like a down block. My down block is not only preventing him from grabbing a single, but preventing him from making a grip. I'm intercepting that hand. I'm always winning the outside hand position, right? When I circle here, he goes to square up. And now when he goes to sit up, right, I can grab those shins and I can jam my knee right in the middle, right? So now if he goes to commit to sitting up completely, right, I connect to him, right? Knee right to his chest, head position right away. From here, now you see where I am? Now I'm in a good position. A little bit of timing behind that setup, right? That if somebody's giving you a really hard time with getting their back to the mat, giving you a hard time with establishing the center, right? This is what I'm looking for here, right? So when I grab that lat, I'm circling towards that side, right? So I'm circling, giving a lead leg. So we're here, right? And what I'm looking for is just an off balance. I'm looking for him to square up. If he doesn't square up, he's just gonna give me a big angle on him, right? And what happens is when I grab that lat, I reach for this, right? It's a little bit more awkward for him to grab, right? Why? Because my elbow is so far behind where you see when he goes to grab that grip, it's harder, right? As opposed to here, he goes to grab my elbow. He has a good connection to his right away. See how it's awkward for him? And all I'm looking for here is, you see how I'm here, I'm still giving this lead leg. Now he goes to square up, and I give a pull, right? When I give that pull, he reacts to the pull. Hands, ankles, right? So now if he does go to sit up on me while I get these grips, see? And I'm opening everything. So that now when he really commits to sitting up, and we're right there. Okay? So there's a lot of little intricate details, but that's really what I'm looking for. Okay? Make sense? Good, let's do it, right? 1, 2, 3. Exactly. And I can even from this, right? You keep your two hands monitoring that, right? I mean, from here, if I can, I could just pummel right outside of this, right? So you see, now once I pummel outside of this, I can just start getting me on belly position. So I can really start working.
This is part 1 in the Visiting Jonathan Calestine at Renzo Gracie Williamsburg series. More to come.